waste it living someone else's life. My mom said, my papa said, my friend said, my teacher said, online Google said. But remember, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown out your own inner voice. There is something your heart says, your thought says. You're scared of it. You don't know whether you're right or wrong, but don't underestimate your inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Your dream, your passion is yours. Your inner voice, what you want. Don't go for what others says. Go what your heart says. If your mind agrees to it, do it. Baby steps, fast steps, internet steps, but listen to your inner voice. Thank you, guys.
Well,
all
Ms.
the best.
Sampurna.
May God bless you wherever you go. May you achieve all your dreams and our blessings will follow you. Thank you once again.
Ms. Sampurna, well, now that you recognize so many students, would you also like to identify the students you found in the primary corridor trying to bunk lessons?
Shall I start counting? No, right? See, she agrees. But all the best, guys. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you, Ms. Sampurna. We would now like to take this moment to welcome our esteemed guests for the day.
We would like to extend a hearty welcome to Ms. Elmarie Wenter, Chief of Enrollments, Marketing, Communications and Corporation Relations at GEMS Education. Can we have a huge round of applause for our guest? We also have amid us Mr. Jodh Singh Desi, Head of School Performance and Standards at GEMS Education. Welcome, sir. We would also like to welcome Ms. Shanti Clemens, the Head of Leadership Academy at Talal Institute. Welcome, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen, our keynote speaker for today is Dr. Amey Ganikar, Chief Learning Officer and founder of Orange Zebras. Dr. Ganikar is also a TEDx speaker. He's been recognized for being an award-winning leadership facilitator, published author, strength coach, and belief system enhancer. He has 15 years of experience in corporate, consultancy, and education domain in specialization in hospitality, banking, healthcare, manufacturing, entertainment, and fitness industry. Sir, we welcome you.
Welcome, sir. Now, you've had Ms. Martin address you on several occasions, be it your morning assemblies, sports day, carnival, investiture ceremonies, and in classrooms as well. You've enjoyed missing your first lessons, which were most probably the English lessons, after the assembly, because the SLT wouldn't stop speaking, and I missed out on a lot of syllabus, Ms. Martin. But You've also made memes. You've laughed your hearts out with her. You've confided in her like a mother. We will now have Miss Martin on the stage, who has left no stone unturned to give you the best at all times and who loves you all unconditionally, to address the gathering.
So Ms. Swastika and Ms. Anne challenged me that the introduction would be so sentimental, I would come upstairs crying. And what she did unintentionally was to caution me about this approach. So I have my speech written down, and that's a good antidote for not crying. So class of 2020, it's such an honor to be speaking to you again today. Despite the morning assemblies and all those missed first lessons, I'm really happy to be addressing you as your principal. I'm going to focus on the theme for the graduation, which is Hayat Halamek, which translates to life of your dreams. I'm sure you all saw the invitation, and you saw this word in Arabic, these words in Arabic, and maybe paused and pondered about it a little. To see you be happy and that you get a good job with a decent paycheck, like Ms. Christine said, so that they can stop funding you and see you live a healthy life. To see you walk tall through life, those are the dreams of your parents. Am I right, parents? Yes. And today, on the graduation day, they are looking back as much as they are looking forward. How many moms and dads who are sitting here, and be honest to yourself, thought of the first day that your tiny little one, maybe 3 years old or 4 years old, they walked into the school gates for the very first time, would not just let go of your hands? How many of you thought about that? You need to turn back and look at the number of hands that are going up, children. And also now be honest to this question. Did they wail and bawl and did not get off your arms on that first day? Yes? Again, hands going up. That was you when you began school, when you left the comfort of your homes, stepping into a formal atmosphere, formal environment, and when they put on the school bag and said, now you go off to school, you're going to study. But now look at you. Just look at you. Look at your confidence, your accomplishments. You are so ready to get into the world that awaits you. You are a splendid bunch, class of 2020. Your dreams. Mr. Preetham was narrating this incident this afternoon. He was reading through the yearbook, which I can't wait to unveil in a few minutes. And he said, I read the first 10 and I couldn't read anymore because his heart was so full. He put it away. Your dreams in that yearbook, it speaks of your grand vision and that vision for life. You are goal setters and goal achievers. You are not just outstanding, but you are awe-standing for all of us. I remember when you were in grade 8, some of you, the 5 of you whom Ms. Swastika mentioned at the beginning. And that is when I joined NMS and I took on the role of principal at NMS. You were half as short. Samarth is the tallest in that group, I think. He's above my height now, but he was half as short. And anything I would ask or expect of this 5, This is exactly how they would look at me. And then I would take a moment to pause, and I would explain again, and I would set expectations. Not just grade 8, I think even in grade 9, I would go and visit their classroom, and they would look at me exactly like that. Then we watched you grow. Grade 9, grade 10, and then came the Instagram memes. The NMS meme page. Sorry, Miss Swastika. And that is in retaliation to your grand introduction, challenging me to cry. See, I got hold of that meme. Because they were so young, they didn't see who was following them. And I was following them all the way. And then I would ask Mr. Bernard Kuria, our digital leader, "Excuse me, sir, but what on earth is this?" And he would be so alarmed. And then something else happened. They made the page private. And I secretly requested to follow them. They wouldn't accept the request. And that's when we realized, I mean, it's not just that's when we realized, but we realized that you're growing, that you do have a good sense of humor, you're observing, and boy, you're growing up to be those bright, confident young lads and ladies. So, well then, we said, they are now capable of taking up greater responsibilities. So our students can lead on events. And so you did. Remember the 2 inter-school Model United Nations that you led on? We have the Secretary General from the very last one, Ms. Amisha, who's seated here with us. The Halloween spooky house, the haunted hotel, and you raised funds for charity through that, the Diwali Dhamaka. Most importantly, what is really close to my heart is the NMS FT. You invited, and NMS FT went beyond being an inter-school football event. It became an inter-club event. I remember the thrill that we had when, that first batch of the curation team came and met us at an SLT meeting, proposing with a website. They had their team completely sorted, their ideas sorted, proposing to us this idea of the NMS FT. And look at where it's gone on from there. We've finished 3 seasons, successful ones. And so much more. Each one of you have honed leadership roles. And also, what I know is each one of you is working very hard towards your upcoming grade 12 board examinations. I do know that because I see those outcomes in your scores. Your practical exams that have concluded today, and we have a glimpse of what your scores entail, and they seem very pleasing. So you're truly well on your way to achieving your dreams. But life doesn't stop there, does it? Life goes on. And it's one long journey. So what is the role that your dreams play when you are on this journey of life? And that's my question to you. Who is the boss? And let me explain that with a Zen story titled, Who is the Boss? So there's a story of a horse that suddenly came galloping down the road, and it seemed as though the man had somewhere important to go. So another man who was standing along the roadside, he shouted. He said, "Where are you going?" And the man on the horse replied, "I don't know. Ask the horse." So very short Zen story. And I hope you remember this for as long as you can. But because this has a very powerful meaning behind it, boys and girls. The horse, it symbolizes our habit energy, that which drives our dreams, your habit energies which drive your dreams. And the story explains the way we usually live at the mercy of our old habit energies, which has been established not by our intentional actions, but by our surroundings and mindless activities. The horse is pulling you along. It's making you run here, there, and in a hurry everywhere. And you don't even know why sometimes. You think you're chasing your dreams, but are you? So if you stopped to ask yourself time and again, why exactly are you running around so much? And sometimes you might have an answer, but it's never a good one. You're just used to it. You're just taught to live. But as much as we run, we don't get anywhere. It gets us nowhere. So we need to learn how to take back the reins and let that horse know who is the boss. You are the boss. So each one of you here have made an impression on us teachers at NMS. And now you're set to make your mark in the wider world. You are the boss. You've always been the boss. So start acting like it. Coming back to the theme for tonight, Hayat Helamik, life of your dreams. So class of 2020, I challenge you to shape the future, and I dare you to change the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you for graduation the class of 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Martin. May I now invite Dr. Ame, our keynote speaker, to share a few words on this solemn occasion.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ameya, and I'm given a responsibility to speak to you on a keynote today. We were sitting right now, 22 years back, same place. I was finishing my 12th grade. That day someone spoke to me. I still remember him. He was my teacher. What he spoke to me, I'll be telling you today. Before 22 years, he had told me 7 principles we could probably live by. I have added one. And the first principle to live by post your graduation is have fun. Have fun in everything what you get. Have fun in everything what you have across. Have fun and enjoy every decision that you take. They did not tell me 22 years back. I missed quite a lot of fun. If people have enough fun in the room, can we hear some noise, please? Perfect. It's important to have fun. I realized quite late. I'm sharing it once again. Having fun is one of the principles I live today and seems to be very successful. The second thing which I have learned in the journey of life is just enjoying the imperfections. It is very important that we all embrace imperfection. Life is not perfect. You're not going to be perfect. Making an attempt to be as nice as possible and being nice to people around is probably a way of life towards happiness. So the second thing I would suggest is cherish imperfections. Nothing is perfect. It won't be. Make sense? Yeah. The third thing which I've learned here is, at this age you may not get it. I didn't get it too. But the power of forgiveness. More and more baggage you have, lesser is the speed towards success. We all want to be successful with possibly less baggage. If you forgive fast, we grow quite fast. I still try to follow it most of the times. If you can follow once in a day, it's a good day to have. Forgiveness makes a huge difference in life. Everybody knows a concept called as LinkedIn here.